whatever else we're doing in life, whatever our study and career options are, our family life, our social life, our service to the community, that aspect, everything that we're doing, if we include in there the ideal of self-development, then every domain of life is enhanced. So when we have the ideal of self-development, it's not the same as saying I've got an ideal for my physical body, which is to be healthy and strong. I've got an ideal for my family, which is to be harmonious and, for us to all get on. I've got an ideal for my marriage, which is this, and I've got an ideal for my work, and I've got an ideal. Right? You've got all these different ideals for these different domains of life. Self-development isn't one more compartment. Right? Self-development is the ideal in which all of those other domains are being exercised. So your self-development ideal is implemented in your physical life, in your family life, in your marriage, in your work, in your career, in your everything. So it occupies all of those domains. So this is why it's such a powerful ideal to include in our lives, because it's not dependent upon any other activities, it's not dependent upon any other circumstances for it to be advanced. Right, so at the moment you want to be yoga teachers. There are certain external factors that need to be sustained in order for that goal to be achieved. When they stop, you can no longer do it. You can probably list out what they might be. Same with if you have a financial goal. Right, I want to be financially independent by the time I'm 45. And for the rest of my life, I don't have to worry about money. There are certain external conditions that are necessary in order for you to achieve that goal. Self-development is different. Self-development doesn't require any external conditions to be met for you to advance the goal. If you're rich, you can practice self-development. If you suddenly become poor, you can still practice it. If you're poor and suddenly become rich, no problem. If you're physically fit and healthy and then you suddenly become sick, you can still practice it. Everybody loves you, you can practice it. Everyone hates you, you can practice it. So this is particularly important because we derive a sense of meaning in our life from the roles and the activities that we perform. You derive a sense of meaning from the person that you claim to be. I'm a mother. I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I'm a sports person. I'm famous. I'm going to run that marathon. Whatever it is, we've got roles and we've got identities that give us a sense of meaning and purpose in life. Now that's good, we have to, of course. The problem with that is when our goals and our identities are dependent upon external circumstances, what does that mean? So if I derive a sense of meaning from a pursuit and an identity, that's fine. That's one thing. But if that pursuit and that identity is dependent upon external circumstances, then what does that mean? What happens if those external circumstances change? So what we've done is we've made ourselves dependent upon, and we use this example in one of the other classes, we've made ourselves dependent upon a particular role for our sense of meaning, for our sense of purpose. So I think the example we used was the example of empty nest syndrome. Right? I'm a mother. For 25 years, I've been packing the kids off to school, making sure that their homework's done, raising them, feeding them, clothing them, and the last one goes off and leaves home. What do I experience? Now what? What am I? I used to be a mother all this time. I used to spend my time being a mother. Now that role has suddenly disappeared. All of those actions that used to fill my day and fill my attention have suddenly gone. And so this empty nest syndrome is a sense of depression. It's basically an existential crisis. Who am I? What am I? What is my life now? So this is the problem with investing our identity and our purpose in something that can be taken away like that. I'm so beautiful. I know someone, she was probably 14, 15, stunning looking girl, got involved in a car accident. Massive scarring all over her face, and she was devastated because so much of her identity was invested in that, and it was taken away in 2 seconds. Bang, it was gone. So there's nothing wrong with enjoying and beautifully fulfilling that role of being a mother. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your physical beauty. There's nothing wrong with engaging fully in the relationships in the world and the activities in the world. By all means. We're here on the planet, let's go live life, that sort of idea. But the moment we become dependent upon any aspect, then we leave ourselves susceptible to this loss of meaning, this loss of purpose. So what's the solution? The dependency is the cause of that drop. And so the whole practice of self-development is the reduction of that dependency. It's not saying give up the activity. It's saying give up the dependency. Right? There's a beautiful text called Bhagavad-Gita. And in the second verse, it says, "O fool, give up your thirst for aggrandizing wealth." It doesn't say give up wealth. It doesn't say give up aggrandizing wealth. It says give up your thirst for it. That dependency, that need. If you want wealth, go ahead, get it. Who cares? Play the game of numbers. You want to throw it around and be ostentatious? Good. You want to give it away to charity? Good. Who cares? It's just money. Play with it. By all means, go and live that aspect of your personality. But don't become dependent upon it. So, how do we do it? By implementing the ideal. Right? So as we've said a number of times, if you give a should without giving a how, it's worse than useless. So essentially what we're saying here is that you should reduce your ego and egocentric attachments. Now, strictly speaking, there are no shoulds. No, Vedanta doesn't have any shoulds. It's just ideas, and you decide what you should or shouldn't do. But we're using the term loosely here because this is in fact exactly what we were looking for. So we're saying that we should reduce our attachments and reduce our dependencies. That is achieved through the practice of self-development. Those three practices of knowledge, service, and devotion.